personalidad, que uno puede ser después de estudiar hotelería. Y después les voy a explicar un poquito la filosofía del Marriott, que es importante. Ahora, lo más importante, ¿en inglés o en español? Me gustó la respuesta, me gustaría una respuesta mucho mejor. Inglés, ¿por qué inglés? Déjame empezar bien, en inglés. If you don't speak English properly, you're not going to make career with the international airline in the world, period. You got the message? Esa es la más importante de mi visita aquí, el profesor lo sabe. You must, M-U-S-T, have English as your second language, and you must speak English as good as you speak Spanish. Right? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like you. Es importante, lo digo es muy importante porque digo, la única razón que me da una ventaja competitiva en mi carrera hotelera es el inglés. Si quiero trabajar en una compañía, by the way, las mejores compañías hoteleras mundiales son americanas. Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt, Intercontinental Holiday Inn. If you don't speak English, you don't understand the business. Es muy importante que ustedes jóvenes, por favor, les ruego, hablen inglés tan bien como hablan su español. Verónica me sorprendió con la 10 esa mañana, me habló inmediatamente en inglés. Wow, this is nice to hear. So, do I have your commitment?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Así como ganar en un equipo. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You need to speak English. It's very,
Yes,
very
sir.
important. Very important. Okay? So, let's continue in English. Are you okay with this?
Yes.
Que me gusta el puertorriqueño, pero so let's talk about English. Let's talk about me, my career. I'm German. I studied German. When I finished my school, I did the same thing you did here. I did my degree in hotel administration in Germany. And afterwards, I moved to London. I worked with this company called Kempinski, which is a very high-class Swiss-German hotel brand, similar to Four Seasons or the Ritz-Carlton. And I worked for them for a year in London. Learn English was very important. One of the reasons I went over there was because I needed to learn English. I spoke Spanish, because my parents are from Spain. I spoke German. And I said, wait a minute, I want to make a career in the hotel industry. And my boss told me, the teacher told me, you know what, you should improve your English. This is the reason I went to London. You don't need to go to London because you're in Puerto Rico, you can't speak the second language here. So, but it was very important for me to go to London to learn English. So I went to London, worked 1 year there in the kitchen. Nice job. Tough, but very nice. After a year in London, they called me back to Germany with another company called Intercontinental. They said, would you like to come back to Germany? We're looking for a catering manager. I said, well, why not? Let's go. So we went back to Germany, with Intercontinental. And then somebody called me and said, we're looking for somebody in South America, in Venezuela. We're looking for a director of events. Venezuela, no idea what Venezuela is. I was a young guy. But why not? Position, good career, same company, Intercontinental. So I went to Intercontinental in Venezuela. 2 years later, they called me and said, we're now looking for somebody in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. I said, nice. Why not? Let's throw it around. One of the reasons I went to the hotel industry. So they moved me down to Rio de Janeiro with Intercontinental. They said, be director. Stayed there 2 years, and they called me again and said, we need now somebody in Costa Rica. Jesus, let's go to Costa Rica. So I went to Costa Rica. A year and a half in Costa Rica, they called me and said, now we need you in Mexico. I said, okay, orale, let's go to Mexico. Let's go to Mexico. This is a free director. They can carry all the time. Spent a year in Mexico, a year and a half. And they called me and said, you know what? We need you now in Dominican Republic. Orale, vamos para la República Dominicana. So they moved me to Dominican Republic. After 3 years, I was already the hotel manager. They said, we need you now in St. Thomas. Okay, Good United, St. Thomas. I said, why not? Let's go to the career. Went there as a general manager. First time position as general manager. Went to St. Thomas for 2 years. They called me back, said, we need you back in Venezuela. As a country manager for Marriott. Okay, perfect. Let's go to Venezuela. And then finally, 7 years ago, they say, you know what? We want to do you now another change. I said, okay, give it to me. Puerto Rico. I said, yes. Finally. And that's the way I arrived here. So, why I'm sharing this with you? Two things. In all those changes, the most important thing that I needed to know, besides my technical skills, were my English. They were all international companies, most of them were American. I worked for Hilton, I worked for the Continental, I worked for Kempinski, and I worked for Marriott. So it was very important having the English, because it really helped me to drive career. I was general manager already with 32 years. That meant a lot for you, because you're very young. How old are you? 32 years old for being a GM is quite young. The first thing that helped me most was really my English. So I really want to say, ladies and gentlemen, please learn English. It's very, very important. If you want to make a career in the hotel industry, and you want to make a good salary, and you want to have a great position, you must learn English. It's 50% of your success. ¿Cuento con ustedes? ¿Seguro? ¿Tengo el compromiso? ¿Cómo dice? ¿Pinky finger? ¿Cómo es? Pinky promise? Pinky promise. ¿De verdad? Verónica? No, you speak already. ¿Cómo te llamas? Alejandra, ¿sí o no? Pinky promise? Because I'm here to teach you the real world of the hotel industry. Not about what you learn in school, but what happened to me happened to many of my colleagues. Having a good school, like you have here, a good educational background, speaking perfect English, it opens you the entire world, it opens you a lot of positions. And really, the sky's the limit. And I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I did it. And one of the reasons was really of the English. Okay, good with this? We're aligned? Okay, perfect. Let's talk about Marriott. Who's Marriott? What do you know about Marriott? Wow, vámonos. Ya nos vamos a la carrera con señor profesor, no sabe nada de Marriott. How you know about
Yo les
Marriott?
dije, the largest.
Por favor, profesor. What's Marriott? Who knows?
The largest company, hotel company in the world.
Say it again.
The largest hotel company in the world.
It's the largest hotel company in the world. Right. We are the largest. We're very proud of this. Okay. In Puerto Rico, are we the largest one? Sí, de verdad somos number one. We're number one in the world, but we're number one in Puerto Rico. We're the biggest hotel company also in Puerto Rico. What else do you know about Marriott?
It has 32 brands.
Oh, very good. 30 brands. So there's only not only one hotel brand, like Marriott, which is a core brand. We have 30 different brands, which means we have 30 different styles of hotels. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's similar like, you know, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has...
Your emergency alert.
¿Puedes poner alerta? No, se calla ahora. Yo soy que alerta. Ah, chico, de verdad, ya no tienen más test. Bueno, test. No tsunami, no terremoto. No
pasa nada.
Okay, so the way like Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola has one brand, right? Coca-Cola, very famous, right? Number one in the world. But they have another 45 brands behind. Gatorade is one of them. Whatever other companies. Similar to Coca-Cola, we have one name called Marriott, but we have 30 different brands. But there's one thing, and it's very important that you understand, makes unique on Marriott. And I want to explain to you, and I want to share it with you because it's very, very important, because it's about the philosophy of our company. Let me tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you in Spanish. Nuestra filosofía de Marriott ha hecho que seamos el número uno en el nivel mundial. La quiero compartir con ustedes ahora. Porque si esa filosofía no va con sus valores, con su idea de vivir, mejor no vengan a trabajar con nosotros. Because you're wasting your time. For all of you guys to know, when you start working in life, you will spend most of your day, you know where? At work. So better you like what you do. Because if you go to a place to work and you don't like it, you know what's going to happen? You're going to quit, you're going to be unhappy, you're going to be frustrated, and you're going to tirar la toalla. So I want to share with you right now the philosophy of Marriott, how we run the business. And after this 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I have time to talk. You feel, yes, this is something I like, this is something that goes with my values, my way of living, then I would like to hire you. Hey, no! And I want you to fly. But if you feel, no, Señor José, esa política, yo estoy hablando Spanglish, ya estoy en Puerto Rico. Eso no va conmigo, eso no es lo que yo quiero. It's okay, no problem. But then don't apply for a job with Marriott. Don't make career with Marriott. Don't become a general manager. Don't make a lot of money. Ya cambió, ahora sí, ahora sí. You're only going to make good money in your life if you like what you do. You put your heart behind it, you put your passions, and the philosophy of the company goes with the philosophy you go. I'll give you an example. Would you work for the company who does pollute the sea or the water? You won't, right? Me neither. Would you work in a company where you don't treat everybody equal? No, me neither, right? So I want to give you a little advice. Do not work with a company that doesn't align with your values, with your philosophy. Are we going with this? Very important. If it does, the sky's the limit. You can really become more than a general manager. You can become the CEO of the company. And this is what I did with Marriott. When I came to Marriott, I fell in love with Marriott. I like the way we run our business. And that's why I'm still... Alguien está atrasado, ese es de Carolina, ¿no? Ese es Carolina. Sorry, Peria. So I fell in love with the philosophy. That's why I give all my heart, all my energy, all my power and say, I want to become general manager. I like the way we do business. I like the way we Marriott run our business. And it's very simple philosophy that I want to share with you. ¿Vamos bien hasta ahora? ¿Hablo muy rápido?
No.
Si no me entienden, I'm sorry, lo siento mucho. Si hablo muy rápido. Spanglish, inglés, vamos a seguir con inglés. Okay, bueno. Okay, I need a chair. Can I have a chair? What makes a chair a chair? Qué pregunta más estúpida. What makes a chair a good chair? What makes a chair say, I want to buy this chair?
It's instability.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Yeah.
Melanie, muy bien. Good. Stability. Stability, exactly. The chair can be in green, pink, and yellow, can be made of wood, aluminium. If a chair doesn't have stability, don't buy the chair. Right? Are we on the same page? Simple, right? Okay, good. What gives a chair stability? The four legs. Tú eres el zafón de la clase, ¿no? Se llama zafón, el zafón. El zafón de la clase, ¿no? Por eso estoy aquí enfrente. Me cae muy bien. The four legs, right? A good chair normally, there's a few crazy designer chairs, have four legs, right? And those four legs gives the chair the stability. In our company, Marriott, we have a philosophy works called the balanced scorecard. Balanced scorecard. And it's based on four, it's like a chair, it's a balanced scorecard, which is four indicators we measure, but they need to be balanced, like a chair. In our company, we have four legs of a chair, or four areas we focus very much. They need to be balanced, they need to be stabilized. Okay? Can you imagine a chair that has four legs and one of the legs is very weak? What happens to the chair? It breaks down or falls. What happens to a chair if you have four legs and one is shorter than the other one? Right? You can't use the chair. So the four legs need to be balanced, need to be equal. Right? The way we run our business is the same way. And there's only a few companies in the world, and most of them are mega superstar companies, have been able to run their business on the philosophy of a balanced scorecard, or simply say, on a chair with four legs that are four equally important. The four legs of our business are equally important, and this is the most important word, equally important. Because very easy to say, very difficult to say. So what do you think are the four legs, the four areas we in Marriott focus all the time and need to be balanced? What are the four areas? Do you think that Marriott looks every single day and make sure that we balance them out and they are equally strong, same level, and same focus? When you think about business, service, good, I like it. Esta fue una de la clase, y la otra, las dos están aquí. Service, okay? We call it guest. One of our legs is very important. Main focus is our guest. don't mess with our guest experience. Make sure every single guest that goes to your hotel business is happy, is satisfied. Right? Okay. What's the other one? Give me three, one of four.
Employees. Employees.
Employees. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Ya bien. Ya bien.
Contrata a ese hombre, contrátalo. Todo el mundo contratado. Employees, we call them associates. Our associates are as important as our customers. Oh, a lot of companies say this. No, it's not true. Only a few companies really take this seriously. Only a few companies in the world say, oh yes, our associates are important as our customers. Trust me. I only know maybe a handful of companies that say they do this, they really take care of this. Starbucks Coffee, Pepsi, Google, Microsoft, big companies, they really understand about taking care of your associates. This is important, it's taking care of your guests. What's the next one?
Consistency. Consistency.
Consistency. Professor, you have good, that's good, está bueno.
They are the
Consistency. We
best.
call it product. The product. Don't mess with our product. Can you imagine you buy a Pepsi can today and you open up and the color is green, and next day you buy the same Pepsi can and the color is yellow, and next one you buy this maybe blue? Will you buy a Pepsi can again? No. So consistency, we call it product. Okay? Don't mess with our product. And what's the fourth one? We're in a business.
Making profit.
Thank you, finally, hello. We're in a business, making money. Making money. You got it? Sounds simple, no? This is our philosophy. Our philosophy is having a balanced scorecard or a balanced approach on those four things. Guest, associates, product, in business, financial one. Financial one. Sounds easy, right? Not easy. Trust me, not easy. Not easy. If you want to make a career in Marriott, you need to understand from the beginning how to balance those four at the same time. Okay. Give me an example. How can you make profit? How can you make more profit in a company? I'll give you an example. You cut on product. You start painting the, talk about hotel. I want to do more profit in my hotel. Marketing, okay. But let's say an easy way to, I want to make more profit in my hotel. You're general manager. Okay. The easiest way to do profit in my hotel is I start reducing maintenance. I don't buy any more paint. I don't clean so often anymore, right? I don't wash them so often. Can I make more profit? Sure. Immediately. If I stop spending money in my product, like here, this is all, and I told the professor, very clean, very nice, well done. It costs money to maintain this place. The moment I stop spending money in maintenance, in repairs, will my profit go up? Sure. Or not? Yes, it will go up. Trust me. I've done this. And I should never do this. But you stop spending money in maintenance, your profit go up. Because you don't spend money. Okay? I have 100 people working with me, 100 associates. How can I make more profit? Cut down 20 of them. If I cut down 20 associates in the same time, would my profit go up or down? Profit will go up. Cutting down salaries. There's inflation right now. Okay, so this next year we're not going to do any more increase of salaries. Will my profit go up? Sure. Easy, right? What about my associates? Are they going to be happy?
No.
Are my guests going to be happy?
No.
No, right?
No.
Okay. Good decision? Wrong decision.
Exactly.
90% of the hotel industry do this. There's a crisis coming up, there's situations, I want to make more profit because the owner wants more profit, the company, let me cut down on employees, don't give a salary increase, don't spend more money in maintenance, put the portion of the food smaller, right? No pongas churrasco, ponme ahora carne de yo qué sé qué, bistec. It's a very easy way to do profit. It's the right thing to do. So what's the right thing to do? What's the right thing? Somebody mentioned something about marketing. Somebody mentioned marketing to drive profit. Okay. So what's the right thing to do when you want to drive a business, make it successful or long term? Not doing what I did right now. Because what I did right now, if you do this, you're losing your job with Marriott. You're not making career with Marriott. I can tell you already. So how do you drive a balanced scorecard?
Say make a long-term plan.
Right. Good. Make a long-term plan. Okay. You define a vision, you define a long-term plan, and you work against them. Always under the philosophy of balanced scorecard. Never undermine the concept, the philosophy of having a balanced scorecard, having 4 legs that are very, very strong. It's very important you understand this. It's very simple to say, it's very simple to do, but sometimes you get confused as a company or as a leader. Say, well, you know, there's a recession coming up, or there's something coming up like a tormenta, or you know, they want more money, or the banks are increasing the loans. Maybe do some cutting some edges. Don't do this. The approach for Marriott to maintain a balanced scorecard is to be very, very aggressive in the 4 legs I'm talking about. What means aggressive? Laser focus on the business. Laser focus every single day on maintaining those 4 legs, always balanced. Whatever decision you take could never be a decision that is going to impact one of those 4 legs. In other words, whatever decision you take, you need to ask yourself, is this decision I'm taking right now, for example, cutting down on maintenance, going to affect my balance scorecard? And if it does, what do you do? If it does, you don't have stability, so what do? You don't do it. Never do it. If you know that you take decisions that is going to affect your balance scorecard, don't do it. No lo hagan. Todo el mundo está mirando como, I mean it. And the way I'm saying is because I believe 100% on this. The reason I did I'm doing career with Marriott, because I believe in our philosophy. I live it every single day. Any decision I take with my team, with my directors, with my managers, we always ask ourselves the questions. If I take these decisions, will this help me? Will this affect the balance scorecard? And if one of them say yes, you know what we do? We say, don't do it, or do it differently. I'll give you a good example. Salary increase. Salary, whoa, Today many companies say, no, we cannot give salary. If I give salary now increase, there's high inflation, I have to pay more for materials, for food. No, don't cut on salary. Don't give any salary increases. Good decision? Yes or no?
No.
It's not. Be honest, it's not. How should be the discussion going on in this team of directors when they talk about salary increase? What they should think about? How can I afford it? No. Yes, I can afford it. How can I afford it? How can I make it happen that I can give a fair salary increase to my associates, employees? This is the question you need to ask yourself when you work for Marriott. So, what can you do, for example? This is a good example. You're now all general managers. You're sitting here with the director of HR, very nice lady, and say, for next year we're planning to do a salary increase of 4% because inflation was 3, so give 4, so people are happy, our associates, we're taking care of them, they can have a fair salary increase because it's important for them. So, and then somebody say, no, we cannot give a salary increase of 4%. What should we always talk about?
See if we're financially stable to do it.
Say again?
See if we're financially stable to do it.
Looking for alternative financially to make it happen. So what's the best way of making sure you can spend more money? What's the easy way to make more money? No, to have money to spend. Making more money. How you make more money? Selling more product, right? Having a marketing initiative. Thinking about, okay, wait a minute. Instead of thinking as a direct general manager, no, I'm not going to give this year a salary increase. It's very easy. Just un bolígrafo. Cut. It's much more difficult to say, no, wait a minute. We have to give a salary increase. Period. It's not negotiable. If we want to have our associates, our employees happy, we have to give them a salary increase. Yes or no? Yes. Es justo. So let's think about how can I drive my sales higher to be able to pay for the salary increase. What marketing initiative can I do to have enough money to do a salary increase? This is the philosophy of marketing. It's not the easy way and say, no, cut here, or making a chair not stable, make it stable. For making a chair stable, you need to have this mindset, this philosophy. Never in any decisions you take, you're cutting down on those 4 legs. The moment you do this, on long term, you're going to fail. And let's use this example. Okay, let's say Rosanna and myself, we were not successful with the team and say, no, okay, now the team say, no, we have to cut down on salary, or we have to, no salary increase. What's going to happen with the guests? No, we can't. We decide as a team, no, forget it. We don't increase sales or marketing because there's no business there. But we're not going to give any salary increase. We just heard one of the legs, right? Which were employees, remember? Okay. What's going to happen to the other leg called guests? What's going to happen with the guests? If you don't give a salary increase to the fair salary increase to the employees, what's going to happen to the guests? Poor service. Thank you. Poor service, or not?
Poor image.
You think that a customer, an employee will be very happy coming to work every day, say, oh, no salary increase, inflation is killing me, rent is going up, sorry, my girlfriend wants new clothes, sorry. Oh, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to see a customer, oh, of course I'm going to do excellent service, how are you doing, madam? Welcome to the hotel, I'm José González. Are you going to do this? Of course not. Of course you won't. Why should be? Why you should be, if you're not happy, if you're not satisfied with the way they treat you, how can you expect us, that those associates or employees are going to give a good service? So, we have now unhappy employees, right? And now we have also unhappy guests, or not? One leg, the other leg. So let's talk about the third leg. You don't have happy associates. You don't have happy guests. What's going to happen with the other leg, which is revenue or profit? Going up or down? Say again? Down. It's going down. So you have less money. Less money. We have a problem. So now you damage one leg, employees, right? You damage the other one, which was guest. Now you damage the other one, which is profit. What's the last leg we talk about? Product. It's going to go up or down?
Down.
Why?
It's not going to
You're
stop.
not going to have the money to maintain.
Because it's not because of the classes. We don't have money to clean the hotel. We don't have money to paint the hotel. We have no money to buy new furniture. We have no money to buy new computers or implement a new system to make the life easier. 90% of the companies in this world go behind this crisis management situation because they don't understand the balance scorecard. And as you say, ¿cómo te llamas? Alan. You need to have a long-term vision. This philosophy that I just mentioned to you, and I give you a simple example. What happens if you don't use this philosophy in your business? Has been our company for the last 85 years. 85 years we've been working and living this philosophy every single day. And in moments, you're too young for this, very difficult. Recessions, big issues with the oil crisis, big wars in the Cold War, you were not even born. In the worst moment, never fail in this. Never. So there's a reason why today Marriott is number one. No fue nada regalado, no fue nada de suerte. It's sticking to a philosophy of doing business every single time you take a decision. Is it easy? No. Do I love it? I love it. I love it. I love the way we do business. That's why I'm with Marriott. That's why I've been married now for the last 25 years. That's why I'm maybe a general manager. Because I live it. I don't come to work and I change my goal. Now I'm general manager, now let me think. That's the way I think. That's the way I think every single day. Balancing the balance scorecard. Balancing the most important thing. If you believe in this philosophy, if you like it, what you heard from me, then you should come to work with Marriott. If you think, oh no, this is too complicated for me, no, this is no. I prefer to open my little restaurant or my own restaurant or cafe and then make quick money and then that's what's going to be unhealthy. I don't want to tell the employees, the quality is going down, but doesn't matter. In a year I have enough money and then me voy de fiesta. Then don't come to Marriott. We don't want you. But if you think that this type of philosophy goes with your values of being fair, being focused, treating people, associates or employees, as good as your guest, then you're more than welcome to join us. Hablé mucho.
No? You still have time.
Okay, so this is our philosophy. ¿La entendieron? Pregunta, duda. Yo sé que hablo muy rápido y más en inglés.
Everybody understand? ¿Todo está chévere?
¿Seguro?
Sí. All right.
¿Qué le parece? Dame su feedback. ¿Estoy loco?
No.
Levanta la mano y dice, soy loco. ¿Tantos? ¿Hace sentido?
Sí.
Yo sé, para mí es muy fácil porque porque yo vivo eso, llevo ya 25 años con eso. Y déjame decirle, los primeros 2-3 años que vine de una compañía que era Intercontinental a Marriott, me costó mucho entenderla. Yo me acuerdo que había dicho, no, pero digo, si vamos a gastar tanto dinero en la nómina, sí, pero jefe, pero es que los dueños tienen que pagar al banco un loan, una
Préstamo.
Sí, pero tengo que hacerlo. Pero, jefe, me acuerdo como ayer, pero va a tener un impacto en lo financiero. Sí, lo va a tener a corto plazo, pero a largo plazo, ¿qué va a pasar? Subió. Gastamos otra, me acuerdo. Tanto dinero en limpieza y en compra de material, pero miles de dólares en comprar sábanas nuevas. Y si la sábana tenía ¿cómo se llama? ¿Rota? Una mancha, se tiraba, jefe, se tira. Tú no puedes poner una sábana con una mancha en la eso. ¿Sabes cómo hacían las sábanas? La agarraban contra la luz. Y nada más tú no la vías, pero si la vías contra la luz, ya la tenías que descartar. Miles de dólares. Yo, jefe, de verdad. José. Okay. Me tocó 2 años entender la filosofía. Después, han comido. Todo el tiempo la vivo, la hago, me gusta, hace sentido y los resultados hablan por sí mismos. Ser una compañía número 1 a nivel mundial. Ser una compañía número 1 en el Caribe. Ser una compañía número 1 en Puerto Rico. Que Puerto Rico es una plaza de hotelería muy difícil y muy exigente. Algo estamos haciendo bien. ¿Me gusta? Me encanta. ¿Me voy de la compañía Marriott? Si me gusta, sí. Si no, no me voy. Me gusta la forma de balancear ese tipo de cosas. Ok, ¿le quedó claro? ¿Seguro? Ok. Qué bueno, finalmente. Entonces, preguntas, dudas. Aprovecha que estoy aquí. ¿Tenemos todavía qué? ¿5 minutos?
No, tenemos como 15.
15. ¿Alguna pregunta, duda que tengáis? Sí, señor.
What has been like the hardest thing to let go in the industry, like emotionally or mentally? Like, okay, now I'm in work, so I need to change this so I can be better, or I can reach new heights.
The most difficult thing was when we had the pandemic, and we had to lay off 400 employees. 400. Okay. And you know, this was a moment, it was the most difficult moment for many companies. We have to lay off 400 employees, beautiful people, doing with us for many years, that really we couldn't maintain because it was a crisis. This was a one in a lifetime crisis. But the way we did this was very nice. We didn't just send them an email or a WhatsApp, como hace con las novias, ¿no? Mira, ya me separo de ti, vieja. No, no, ustedes no hacen eso, ¿no? Ustedes no hacen eso, ¿no? We didn't send me the WhatsApp, hey, you're fired. So we had a one-on-one with them. And we told them, honestly, de corazón, there's nothing I can do. Okay, but as soon as we get back to normal, we want you back. And that's what we did. Many of them came back, others find another job, but this was hard. Because this was really against the philosophy, because the reality never, in my career, I think none of us really went through a situation like this. And I don't think it's going to happen again.
I hope not.
I hope not.
If I can recall it correctly, the top executives of Marriott took a pay cut.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Los jefes grandes se cortaron
All of
su
us.
salario. Everybody.
All of us would say, went to this, look, pay cuts, no boards. But having let go 400 employees, some 400 families, 400 people that like us think the same philosophy, and they've been for married for years, loyalty, and then you have to say, I have to let you go. But I mean, the way it was done was like very honest, very fair. Look, nothing I can do, but we want you back.
How do you decide which employee goes and which stays? Like, what's the break of not?
In this particular case, or in general?
In that particular case.
In this part, there was nothing. There was empty. Everybody. 400, we left only the basic crew for security, maintenance, and safety. Senior division.
Antigüedad.
But this is a one-time life event. This is never. Sometimes I mean, you have to take the decision where really it's really against your philosophy. But this is the only time in my career that I really had to take a decision that is not in line with the four legs on top of you. So.
In Marriott, we didn't let go anyone.
María, ¿te acuerdas de María? Ay, Dios mío, María. Esa María.
Were you in St. Thomas or you were here?
I was here with Escuela. Nobody, we didn't let go nobody. We say, well, here, many of them stay in hotel, sleep in hotel for almost 2 months because the house got damaged. But in a case like María, we didn't let go nobody.
When or what do you find most gratification in a day-to-day basis working?
My most one, people. I love people. Dame la gente. I'm in hotel business because I like people. I like people. I need people for my energy. I need to interact with people. Associates or guests. And remember our philosophy. There's no difference between associate or guest. The guests are no more important than associates. So I have 556 employees in the Marriott, plus another 1,000 in the other hotel. What I most like is talking to them. Interact with them. Please them. They are happy. They have enjoyed their life. Okay. Remember, you as an employee, you spend 8-10 hours a day in the hotel. I don't want you to be miserable. You shouldn't allow to be miserable because then why are you doing it? It's 10 hours if you take travel in the hotel. And with the customer, if he comes to the hotel, he comes because he wants to enjoy. He wants to have a. So that's what I like most people. The other part, numbers, easy peasy. I spend my day, my week, I spend 20% thinking about numbers. Revenue, profit, marketing. And 80% about people. Pregunta, chicos.
How do you compare and contrast Puerto Rico Marriott locations with the rest of the world?
Puerto Rico is a very, very tough se llama plaza, destination for hotel business. Maintaining this balanced scorecard in Puerto Rico is not easy. There are some destinations where doing hotel business is very simple. It's easier. Let's give example. I'll give you example. If you run an hotel in Marriott in Cancun, it's much easier running and making a business than you running in a destination like Puerto Rico, New York, or Paris.
Right.
Why? Because the costs are much cheaper. Running a hotel in Cancun, and it's very cheap. Everything is cheap. Food, energy, everything. It's very, very cheap. Running a balanced scorecard in a Sema Plaza or in a destination, they're more mature. For Paris, New York, or Puerto Rico, or Miami, everything is more expensive. You have to be very good in your numbers to make sure that whatever you do, your sales price, your quality, your service, your cost are very well calculated and very well controlled, so you don't make a mistake. Because if you don't control your payroll, you have too many people, you don't make profit. If you don't have salespeople selling and getting more customers, you're not making the top line. If you don't have associates that are motivated, engaged, you don't have happy customers. Happy customers in Puerto Rico, they go to another hotel. So there are a lot of options. So it's a very difficult destination, Puerto Rico. But I mean, if you know your business and you stay on top of it every single day, it can be done. We're very successful. I mean, the Marriott hotels in Puerto Rico are very successful in doing business, in the perspective of business per se.
What other things do you recommend besides English, like for us to better ourselves in the industry?
Yeah.
Like us beginning?
Sure. 3 more things. English, English, and English. You didn't get the message?
Yes.
No. English is important. Okay? And I'm very happy most of you speak English. If you want to make a career in the hotel industry, in the real hotel industry, in the big companies, Marriott, Hilton, Intercontinental, Hyatt, you must speak English. You know why? It's our business language, first. So if you don't speak English, how can you do business? Second, your customers, they speak more than they speak English. So they are important. No, but seriously, besides English, what you should do? Mentioning, Professor, networking. Go to hotels. ¿Pasantías? ¿Hacen pasantías?
Sí, las prácticas.
Do your practicals in Spanish. Do your training in big hotels. Because you will see much more. If you do a training in the Marriott, for example, you might do a training for 2-3 weeks in the front office. Don't stay there. Just look what they're doing in the food and beverage, what they do in revenue, what they do in marketing, what they do in the kitchen, what they do in finance. If you're there, as I always say, when you're with one leg already inside in one place, take advantage. Take advantage. When I was a student like you, I do a training in the kitchen training for 3 months. And I tell you, I hate it. Do you know why I hate it? I love food and beverage. But they put me, I remember, trainee, first year. Okay, you're going to be 3 months with us. For the first 3 months, you're going to be 1 month in the breakfast kitchen. Boring. Cutting fruits and doing eggs. I want to be learn about kitchen. The second month, you're going to be in the warehouse. Really? Moving. And the third one, I was in the butcher shop, cutting meat. Say, wait a minute, 3 months for this? This was in Munich. You know what I did? Okay, take the challenge, I'm going to be here. So I worked my shift, and then I went to the chef. They had a 1-star Michelin restaurant in the 1-star Michelin is one of the top restaurant, French restaurant, top notch. Okay, best you can imagine in the city. Say, I want to work 3 hours in your fine dining French restaurants for free, so I can learn. You know what I said to me? Okay, go ahead. So I went there the first month, 3 hours. Love it, learn, passionate. But in the second month, he came back to me and said, forget the kitchen, forget the breakfast, forget the warehouse. You can work now the next 2 months in the French restaurant. But I learned a lot. But what was the difference? I took initiative. I love it. I was persistent. And they gave me, como dice, me dieron un limón y hice una margarita. They gave me breakfast kitchen. Oh, I hate it. Boring. But I said, okay, well, espera, papi, tranquilo. Okay. So I went to spoke to him and said, listen, this is not what I expected. I'm going to do my job, but allow me to be in the kitchen in the evening. Months later, he came to me, Jose, they love you, forget the breakfast kitchen. You know, the next 2 months, you're going to stay in there. I learned those 2 months as a trainee more than the professional chef could learn in a year. So when you go to a place, you're training, go to big places. Go to big hotels. There's a lot of big hotels in Puerto Rico. And when you're in, make sure you take advantage. Don't stay in the place you're only doing your training. Do it. Ask, don't be afraid. Me gustaría conocer un poco más de revenue, o de banquetes, o de F&B, y te van a ayudar. Somebody.
I have an advice for the students. As long as you practice your English, okay, the better you will speak it, okay? You don't have to speak like a native speaker. We all have accents, okay? So what's important is that the message gets through, okay? So keep that in mind, okay? And the more you practice, the better you speak.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks God we all have accents. By the way, ¿cómo son aquí los scores en la cuál es el peor score que dan en la clase? ¿De 1 a 10?
Bueno, F.
¿Cuál es el peor?
F.
Yo tenía en Alemania, cuando estaba estudiando, yo tenía una F en inglés. No estoy bromeando, es mi mamá. Buena gente, mi mamá. ¡Malo era yo! Malo. Yo dije, José, you want to make career in hotel business. And one of the reasons I want to make career in hotel business is because I spoke Spanish. I spoke German, and my family was multicultural from Spain, although I was born in Germany. So I said, José, you cannot make career in hotel business if you don't speak English. So what I did, I went to London. The reason I went to London is to learn English, and today I have an accent, but it's no problem. Just you need to be comfortable with your language, and you're right. Practice, talk, learn, and don't be afraid.
How important is to have a general culture knowledge in the hotel business?
It is, but it's very important. I mean, one thing, in my case, when you're in, the best way to do career in the hotel business is work in different countries. Because you learn, you observe the culture. I mean, I live in 11 different countries. 11. I'm not moving anymore, I'm now in Puerto Rico. But the first thing you need to know, you need to be proud of your own culture. You need to be proud of what you are. But te digo una cosa, en Puerto Rico, pedazo de cultura que tiene usted, historia. You have so much here in this country. Be what you are. Be what you are. Be open to other cultures. See other cultures always, because your customers must come from different backgrounds. Be open to them. Don't see you as better or worse than the other ones. But I mean, of course, having more culture, the best way I can tell you is travel around. I work in hotel business because I wanted to travel the world. I never imagined. I'm German, Alemán, aburridísimo. I'm married to a Colombian woman. I've got 3 kids. One is Brazilian, the other one is Mexican, the girl is Dominican, and the girlfriend of my son is Puerto Rican. ¿Estamos mal, eh? The dog is from Costa Rica and the cat is from San Thomas. Look at my family. No, really, I'm not joking. Do I have a cultural background? I do have, because I travel so much. But I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but I mean, I went in hotel business because I really want to travel the world. I never imagined I would finish in Puerto Rico, and I love it. I love it. But every country I've been, from Mexico, Germany, England, Nicaragua, Brazil, Venezuela, I love it. I love it. You take something from me. Yes, sir.
I want to change the topic a little bit, and I want to know how Marriott is coping or doing about this new development of Airbnbs, and how are you taking care of that business, not going to use other platforms like?
It's very simple.
The share.
Mesa? The chair. If you take care of the chair, don't worry. And thanks God we have Airbnb. Thanks God there's other competitors. Okay? Thanks God there is Uber. Because this is a world that will always develop. But you need to stick to your values, to your philosophy. Because in 80 years, Marriott still has been number 1 for many, many years. Why? Because of this. We really take care of associates, employees. We really mean this. We always take care of guests. We always are very aggressive in driving top line in profit. And we are very, very aggressive in making sure our product is consistent. Which is very simple with a perfect thing. But in hotel business, there's so many touch points, it's much more difficult. But this is the way we take care of Airbnb. And we're really not concerned about it. And we're very happy they're in the market, and we're very happy they're doing very well. But I don't think they're going to have the consistency on quality and the balance score that we have, because their business model is different. Their business model means all of you can have an Airbnb. You know what? Great. Why not? But it's very difficult that all of you are doing the same philosophy, the same standard. They don't want one company. But very good question.
Maybe I can comment something, Jose. When you see back in the background, you see that mosaic? Those are the 30 brands of Marriott. The way I see it, Marriott reinvented himself. And instead of competing face-to-face with the others, I just create a new brand similar to you, but by Marriott. You see? So there's 30 of them. You want to speak ask about
Very
the
good
ones that
point.
we have in Puerto Rico?
Look at Puerto Rico. Let's go to Ashford, la avenida Ashford. ¿Conoce el condado? ¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Conocen bien, no? Muy bueno. Marriott, Stellaris, you know the hotel? Okay. When you stand in front of the Marriott Stellaris, you have on the left side La Concha. ¿Conoce?
Mm-hmm.
Marriott Hotel? It's a Renaissance. It's a Marriott Hotel. Renaissance, La Concha. You go to the right, you have which hotel? Somebody say? AC Hotel. 5? Marriott. So in one strip, you have 3 big brands. Are we competing with each other? No. Do we have the same philosophy?
Yes.
What's different? What's the difference between the Renaissance La Concha, the Marriott San Juan, and the AC by Marriott?
Market.
The product.
Different market, different product, different experience. But under the same philosophy. Very important, very important. And the reason I want to share this, because this is what I want to share with this. You need to understand, to be successful on long term with the business, you need to be very, very clear about this. The balanced scorecard, at 4 legs. You can have different color. You can have a blue chair, a red chair, a white chair. You can have a Renaissance, a Sea Hotel, a Ritz-Carlton. It doesn't matter. Your fundamentals of way of running business must be the same. If not, you're not going to be successful. In Airbnb, we are not concerned about Airbnb. Are we fighting them? Not at all. We want them to be successful. Be successful. Because we're going to be successful too. And we are.
Jose, all these students
They all hide.
will become alumni from our school with a degree in hospitality management. What can you tell them that Marriott could offer them as hospitality graduates when they finish, when they do the practice?
Practice or seeking for a job?
Seeking for a job.
Apply for a job. What I recommend you is when you come out of the university, it's in the hotel industry, the big advantage you can do career very, very fast. If you have 2 things, a strong educational background, you have it, you will have it, but then also going in hotel, and I highly recommend you going in a hotel brand, big hotels, because there you have much more chance that there's movement going on. The turnover or the growth of our people, starting from a line employee to a supervisor, to become a director, is very, very fast. But only if you work in big hotels. Why? Because you have more departments, you have more people, there's more movement. And you're flexible. Flexible. If you want to become general manager in a Marriott and only want to work in Puerto Rico, you're not going to make it. You might make it after 50 years. Yeah, really, after 50 years you might become, okay. But if you want to become general manager with Marriott and you say, okay, I'm willing to work a year in Miami, maybe New York, maybe offer me something in Dominican Republic in a news resort or in Cancun, then you can make very fast career. So, but I mean, the most important, and this is important, you know this, Professor, you need to have a good education background. If you don't have the blood degrees, you will not make career. You have a good education background like you have right now, and go to a hotel company and start doing a good job, you will definitely get promoted. There's no way out. Yes or no? If you are flexible in your location where you can work, even faster.
You will duplicate your salary.
Ah, me gustó eso. Dilo.
And you will duplicate your salary and your compensation and benefits.
Anytime, this is a little insider tip. Anytime you change from one hotel to the other one, you have a chance to increase your salary better than the standard 4 or 5%. That's what I did. I moved every year and a half, move around, and anytime I move to a place, I give me more money. It was perfect. I don't complain. You don't complain.
More responsibilities, though.
Say?
More responsibilities.
Sure, but that's why you're studying, right? Listen, I'm not smart. Trust me. But it's important that you understand in the hotel business. The most important part, have a good education background, and then English, obviously, and then if you are flexible in where you're going to live, trust me. Right now in the world, there's so much demand for professionals in the hotel industry. I'll give you an example. 3 of my directors, 3, are not from Puerto Rico. Are from Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, So we will find them. So they were sitting in Costa Rica, very good educational background, work in the West End, one work in the San Regis, the other one work in the San Regis, two in San Regis, and say they saw the job, because now our Marriott website can open, tells you all the jobs in the world, say they applied. We look at it, we did the interview, they got the job. Many from our directors are now working in the States, are working in Europe, are working in other countries. So if you are flexible with your where you want to live, which by the way, it's beautiful living in different countries, you can make a career very, very fast. But don't forget, educational background is the base. English, the other one, and then you can move forward. ¿Algo más?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed a master class in hospitality management. Fuerte aplauso. The guest speakers here to the school, what I tell them, speak from the heart. That's all I ask them for. And Jose was prepared for that. He spoke from the heart, give you advice, give you the and he's a great guy, great person. Thank you, Jose, for being here with us. Marriott wants to do a lot of things with your school, okay? And we have here our chancellor, Dr. Mesa, Margarita Mendez from the philanthropy part of the UPR, Professor Ana Rodriguez, Professor Paul Rivera, Professor Yesmarie Ramirez, Professor Felipe González. Un aplauso para todos ellos. Colleagues from English, Wanda Rodriguez, Elvia Guzman, and Craig Graham from the English department here. Tamara.